we're going to try to make this recording. It's obvious we're having smartphone tampering. It's obvious, and you can see because the film is upside down. When we post it, maybe it'll still be that way. We showed you the one before. But first, I want to thank Cartier, part owner, and I want to thank you for helping us to try to catch all these criminals that hurt me and my beloved husband and the rest of our blood royal family members and kinspeoples people, those that hurt our family members, and we're glad that you helped us to catch them. So this is it, because you did a great service for me and my beloved husband shabby and our blood royal family and kinspeoples people, and helping to catch the murderers and criminals of our beloved royal family members. And so, okay, also, we thank Chanel, because we own Chanel. Chanel is always been Jewish owned. So that's it. And we told you that Ronald McDonald is a character, and this it, just like Coco was a character, to keep the Nazis from trying to take our things. Like all the other bank robbers that try to take our things, and try to sell our identities, and try to take things from our beloved royal family, and citizens people, just so that let you know too. Now, we'll write later. I want to talk about Zanivi. That's me. Okay, so I said Zanif was our relative, and he was really gentle. And the birds would come to him, animals would come to him. Because I said, just like you see the animals come to me. I saw that in Switzerland, different places. One time I was in Canada, and a bird got on my head. It was on my crown. It was funny. He was mad because I wouldn't hold him. So we just let it too. Also, I-Adar was like that too. The birds would come to him. As I said, they liked him very much. They loved him very much, actually. So now you understand that when he deported the people he didn't know where they came from to the center, because they're hurting the Palestinians. That's what he did. He couldn't send human flesh-eating people back to some place where he didn't know where they came from. So that's why you saw them that he knew them there, and he didn't know what to do in the wilderness because they were we caught them eating human flesh. They were eating the Palestinians. I'll let you know that too. Okay, now, we were the ones who wanted to, if the bad Americans, which they turned out to actually be, which is what we thought, would be decent if they could. We did that thing a long time ago with that treaty, and then we didn't want it because we saw what happened in Egypt. You saw what they did? We know it had to be them, the bad Americans. And there were other people on that train besides Egyptians and Israelis and other peoples. So we just went to two, and it's obvious it was them. They come into the place the bad Americans arrest and blah, 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 and they do things to people and tell lies. We have some people that are good that have to come out of there. If they haven't already, our God says our people will be. And so this is it. Just let you know that again too. So Zanif he was gentle. And Zanif, actually I called him Zanivi, but he called me Zanivi. And so this said, he named me that. And Mr. Sitten, so my beloved Shabby and I, we thought that maybe if we talked to the bad Americans, they might be a way to get in, and because they didn't do bad things, they send their whores after us, and basically sitting they're homo men, and we just wanted them to leave us alone. So now everybody understands what that was when he was Zanif was saying things because we're trying to take over our things, and he said what he would do. He said what he would do if they hurt us, what he would do. Because that's what he was saying. Because our Abadod, Melech, which was Yahoo, is actually also prime minister and the president of Persia, what you call Iran. And my beloved were also the king and queen of Persia, what you call Iran, and all the other beautiful places that God gave to us for our beautiful and very large kingdom. We're a peaceful people. And so was Zanif. He just didn't know what to say. Mr. Sydney, he died a long time ago, and they made me Nazibi. But he called me that anyway. Zanivi is how it's pronounced. Zanivi and Zanivi. So basically it. And so that's who we are, and we're peaceful people. And he was the one who said if they hurt us and tried to take over, what he would do. And just to scare them, or what he would tell them he would do. And basically said nobody wants anything. Know that our God has lived for eternity on this planet, and the resurrection happens, and we live forever, and our people come back in the resurrection that were hurt, and they live forever too. So now everybody understands that actually he was trying to protect us and keep the bad people that you see attacking us from taking our things. They tried to take our things, to take over. Homosexuals and whores. And we're not that type of people at all. We're the holy people and the good people that live for eternity. So, and worship our God and love our God for eternity. So now I think everybody figured out what he was saying. And every time that we told you what he has said, he didn't want them bothering us. But they said, my birth mother was Persian, the daughter of Aga Khan, or the king of Persia. They were both, she was Jewish. And her mother was a royal Egyptian Jewish woman. So let's let that too. Aga Khan was also actually Jewish. And they said, so we just let to our grandfather rise up. So now that's, and they said, we're peaceful people. They did forever, never to be afraid of eternity, and we're the peaceful people. So we just didn't know what to say to everybody. We tried to say, well, maybe if they think that we could tell them that if they could be nice, and basically that's what they did. You did in Egyptian language. It's a mixture of Hebrew and Egyptian. Now understand the story of Moses? Not a story, but the truth. Okay, so we'll talk to you as soon as we can. We'll write later. We have other things we want to write about. But that woman, there's also a woman that she tried to kill us and tried to take our things. She told people to me. She was busted just the other day when I picked up our rings, my beloved and recognized rings, and a bracelet of mine. My sister said, so we just looked at two. She tried to go through our family, the Bad American Center. She tried to go through all of our men to try to hurt us. And it was really wrong. She hurt my twin brother, and she tried to tell us lies and all kinds of things to us. And she was just some woman in us. Tried to hurt all the family members, she would try to go through all of our men. And she caused the death of others in our family, and she had something to do with the death of King Usai. And obviously, Auntie Ima, daughter Ima, Queen Rania. Like that too. So it's really wrong that the Americans try to send the bad Americans try to send their hordes. We always say bad. We have some people that are good that have to come out of there. Talk to you as soon as we can and try to write as soon as we can. We hope the recording came out clear. And we will speak to you and write to you as soon as we can. And SHAVUAH TOVE, it's going to be Purim soon. You can prepare for that too. And it's going to be SHAVUAH again later on this week. We'll talk to you as soon as we can. SHAVUAH TOVE.